Winston Churchill was a British writer, military leader, and statesman that lived from 1874 to 1965. He was born at Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire, England, to an aristocratic family in 1874. Churchill was never able to spend much time with his father because his father was a well-known politician. His father, Lord Randolph Churchill, died on the 24th of January in 1895. Churchill was never able to prove himself to his father like he wanted to. He wanted to follow his father into politics, but he knew he needed to become rich and famous before that could happen. Winston enrolled in the British Army. Between 1895 and 1900, he tried to be transferred to as many hostile battlefields as possible and wrote about his experiences to earn money and to get his name out to the British people. In 1899, Churchill returned home and was declared a war hero. In 1900, Churchill achieved his ultimate goal. He was elected into Parliament. In 1908, Winston Churchill married Clementine Ogilvy Hosier. They had 5 children: Diana, Randolph, Sarah, Marigold, and Mary. Marigold died of tonsillitis as a toddler. Churchill was best known for his activeness in World War II. On September 3, 1939, Britain declared war on Germany, and Churchill was appointed Naval Sea Captain and the political head of the British Navy. He was also a War Cabinet member. Churchill highly criticized Neville Chamberlain's policy of appeasement to the Nazis. He urged the British people to come together, fight for what was theirs, and to never give up. On May 10, 1940, King George VI appointed Churchill as Prime Minister and Minister of Defense. Within hours of his appointment, Germany invaded multiple countries. 2 days later, Germany invaded France. Britain stood alone. On June 18, 1940, Churchill delivered his famous Battle of Britain speech. A month after this speech, the Battle of Britain took place. This was a huge turning point for the Britons as they beat the Germans and delayed any invasion of their homeland. Eventually, in 1945, the Allies would successfully defeat the Axis powers. In 1953, Churchill was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II and also received the Nobel Prize for Literature. Churchill was elected Prime Minister twice, first from 1940 to 1945, and then from 1951 to 1955. After 1955, Churchill retired as Prime Minister after having multiple strokes that took away his ability to speak and walk as well. Then, in 1965, Churchill would eventually die from a stroke.